this morning after they get together. As we say good morning, everybody, I'm Bill Hemmer, live at America's Newsroom. Big show here for you, too. What's happening?
He's not slowing down. Ever, right? It's not going to ever. So we're here for you. I'm Shannon Bream. So Republicans now facing another potential defeat over health care. Maine Senator Susan Collins joining John McCain, Rand Paul, and Ted Cruz in opposing the Cassidy-Graham bill that would undo much of Obamacare and turn its subsidies into block grants that states could then decide how they want to use. This latest twist only spurring more questions and confusion among lawmakers.
I told the president I would take another look, but that I was not optimistic that I would be able to get to yes.
If we do this, the end result will be we're going to have a food fight over the formula. This is not repeal. This is not what we promised.
We need new ideas and a better approach. That's what the Senate pursued this summer. That's what Senators Graham and Cassidy are pursuing now.
Americans want good health care. Lower premiums, more coverage. This bill does the opposite.
Chief White House correspondent John Roberts begins our coverage this morning. Good morning to you, John.
Shannon, good morning to you. You know, we have often referenced the movie The Princess Bride when talking about whether or not Obamacare will ever be repealed. And this morning we got to go there again because we are being told by officials here at the White House that while the Graham-Cassidy bill is not all dead, it is mostly dead. Late yesterday, as you pointed out, Susan Collins, after the CBO score came out showing that while it would save $133 billion on the deficit over 10 years, millions of people would be out without health insurance. Susan Collins just came forward to say she cannot support that bill. Listen here.
I have to do what I think is right. I have to do what I think is right for the people of Maine and the people of this country. And that is what has led me to my decision today.
Now, a source told me this morning the reason why it is mostly dead and not all dead is because the White House is still holding out hope that they can get Alaska Senator Lisa Murkowski on board, as well as perhaps Kentucky Senator Rand Paul. Rand Paul has been the most vocal no here, but the White House has been talking to him, and while they're not particularly optimistic about it, they are holding out hope that Paul may come on board. Paul's camp told me just a short time ago that the only way he would come on board is if the block grants in Graham-Cassidy are either removed or significantly reduced, which they don't believe will happen. But already there is talk, Shannon, that if this measure does fail, and at the moment it looks like it's going to fail, White House not prepared to pronounce it dead, but it's almost all the way there. The Senate is talking about introducing another reconciliation measure after September 30th to give this yet another try. The president really wants this, and the Senate's trying to give it to him, but so far it doesn't look like they're going to get it through. Shannon?
Well, meantime, John, it sounds like the president is continuing his feud with the NFL, at least some of the players this morning.
Oh, yep, and that was continuing on this morning. The president continuing to claim the patriotic high ground here after last night's Monday Night Football game, in which Dallas Cowboys owner Jerry Jones locked arms with members of his entire team and took a knee. That was before the national anthem was played. The president tweeting, quote, "The booing at the NFL game last night, and it was audible when the entire Dallas team dropped to its knees, was the loudest I have ever heard. Great anger." The president also noting that Jones and the Cowboys stood for the anthem itself, tweeting, quote, "But while Dallas dropped to its knees as a team, they all stood up for our national anthem. Big progress being made. We all love our country." At a rally for Luther Strange last night, Vice President Mike Pence said he stands 100% with the president on the NFL issue. Listen here.
Folks, we've all got a right to our opinions. But I don't think it's too much to ask the players in the National Football League to stand for our national anthem. And I know the people of Alabama agree.
A lot of cheers for that viewpoint there in Alabama at that Luther Strange rally last night. By the way, the special election today, and I know you'll be covering that. The president this morning also going off on his favorite topic, television ratings, tweeting out, quote, "Ratings for the NFL football are way down except before the game starts when people tune in to see whether or not our country will be disrespected." The president has a press availability this afternoon with the Spanish Prime Minister, who will be visiting him here at the White House So, Shannon, likely that we will hear about this issue at that press conference. A lot of other important things, though, that we need to talk to the president about, including what he's going to do about all those poor folks in Puerto Rico. So lots to talk about today.
Yeah,
Shannon?
devastating situation there, and we don't want that to get lost in all the other headlines.
Not at all.
Thank you, John.
Pretty good preview there. For more on all this now, Ronna McDaniel, chairwoman for the RNC, the Republican National Committee, with me in studio, and nice to have you back here.
Great to be here.
7 years, repeal and replace.
7 years.
Not so much.
It's tough. I was in Pennsylvania yesterday, and I felt it from our voters. They are hurting. They feel let down right now. They're saying, hey, our premiums are doubling. This isn't going away for us. Insurers are pulling out of our counties. We are struggling. We need help. We sent you there to get it done. There is a recognition, though, that Democrats are nowhere to be found. They're hiding again. They put this in place, and they've not come across the aisle to find any solutions for the American people. And Republicans continue to